Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another World Cup watch along. We had 24 hours of respite from this World Cup, but we are back now for the quarterfinal, the final eight. And we start off with an almighty clash. France, two-time world champions in 98 and in Russia in 2018. Yep. Versus controversial, current, kind of maybe, depending on how you're sitting on the bench on that side of things, the AFCON champions, technically, even though it shouldn't be. Anyway, Morocco, led by a Rogan from the Moroccan side of things. Their captain is a Rogan. He's facing charges and trials, and but apparently no one to talk about that because he's not an Arsenal player. But anyway, we're here for that. Obviously, got Tom and Catherine will be joining me very, very soon. So it won't just be me, hopefully watching a good game of football, and not sitting here bored out of my mind, hoping for some interaction from you guys. Okay, no, it's just me and Tom then. It's just me and Tom. Cool. Even better, because obviously Tom can just bash me for the next hour and a half, and he does come on for 2 hours, depending on how long the game goes on for my club signing his third choice goalkeeper. To be our third choice goalkeeper. Yay! What could go wrong? Oh dear. But I hope you're all doing well and keeping. Obviously, from the UK point of view, keep yourself very, very, very hydrated because this is not letting up. Hence why I've got aircon with ice in still. I've topped up this with ice. I think the ice has already melted in there. Yeah, because I can't get Canadian in there. And yeah, I just look like absolute BS basically. But good news, the burn has eased off massively. It doesn't hurt to wear things anymore. It's actually colours actually come through my arm, on this side anyway. But the tan side of things doesn't show a good look at night on, but still. Oh dear. Other than that, teams have done the national anthems. The referees are going over to propose the all Argentina affair of fourth officials and are basically just there kissing, or one of the referees kissing the ball before he puts on the floor. Mbappe's like, please don't screw us over. We'll do anything, just don't screw us over. We know you want Argentina in the final, but don't be the detriment to us, basically, and all that malarkey. Don't know who this is walking up. We had not Peter. We had Emma Hayes the other day randomly just go, hey, it's a coin, and then come on, let's have a photo. And I don't know who that is because they showed me the back of the person. Again, I don't recognise the person for obvious reasons. I didn't need to go. I told you that. I had my cocoa back, my aloe vera, and all my other bits and pieces. I had an ice bath downstairs waiting for me as well. I know what to do when it comes to burn. Sunburn. If it hadn't eased off, more so on this side because that side was calming down. It was this side. If it hadn't eased off, then obviously I would have gone into the walk at the very least of walking. Yeah, just the rest, just the rest, just the entire officiating line of Argentina. And since then, by the way, they've announced the officials for tomorrow's game. And it's a bit of a split. Coincidentally, guys, it's a bit of a split in terms of nationalities representing for the match officials. Yeah, talking of FIFA presidents and all that, he's been investigated for briberies. Shock. No, seriously, I'm shocked. Not. Absolute piss waddle, basically, to be put it politely. But again, we are live on TikTok as well. I'm trying this again. Hopefully, Catherine, can you check that out from Die Awake? Can you check to see make sure TikTok's working? Because we've got it on portrait, but no countdown. Even though it's set up on that, and it all got approved, there's no countdown on the bloody on that side. Usually, do a countdown on both sides, just to make sure it's working okay. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Other than that, as I say, we'll go because me and Liam were talking because obviously Twitter as a whole going live. Getting the viewers on Twitter They're constantly coming to watch clearly because the numbers were always there. They weren't coming over to the channel, so it was like, what the hell? So we go. I spoke to him yesterday, and I said, you know what? I've got this. I'm able to go live on the thing. If I'm able to connect it up, let's try it out for the rest of the summer. Basically, if it works, we start the season. We'll continue it. So that's what we're doing. And it happens to be this game. By Hideaway Hedge, what are you doing? And we're off. Yep. I don't get these kickoffs, by the way. You win a toss with a kickoff, and then straight away you just go, you turn to the opposition and go, you have it. In any capacity, be it, we're just going to punt it to you like you do in rugby and give it to your defender and make it work come from the back and all that. Or we'll just punt it out for a throw like they did there. I don't. It just does my head when they do that. Like, what advantage? What are you looking to gain from that? By the way, hi Gav. Mentioned it a little bit, yeah. Oh dear. And BX is in the chat as well. How you doing, BX? Hope you're keeping well and safe. Oh dear. Oh. Tom just messaged me, he's on his way, so he'll be joining us very, very soon. Very, very soon. And as I say, he can now berate me with no interruptions. He can berate me over my club signing his failed number one goalie to be our number three. But either way, because the reason is because I spent the last 3 or 4 years berating Lee for having him as number one in the first place because I didn't believe he was good enough, basically. And my club's now signed him on a free. Not the end of the world because he's number 3, but it is what it is. Oh dear. Yeah, hence why I'm not shocked about the FIFA president Infantino's he's been investigated by the FBI and others for taking bribes, be it financial bribes or physical, so to say, bribes in terms of physical objects, basically, so to say. Am I shocked? No. Is he guilty? Probably. Would he get away with it? 100%. It is what it is. It's amazing how Messi on match day on his first game, same worse actually than worse a foul. No red card, not even a booking, not even a looking at it. It was just like, yeah, whatever. What was the other guy? But Flo Balogun does the exact same thing in the knockouts. Red card, instant. Who do you think you are? Get off the pitch, basically. Tango Man makes a phone call. We've looked into it and we're going to suspend it for a year. The same, and then what is it? Dude, not the same. That literally, and in the same moment as that's happening, the same like that happened in terms of the announcement, and we're all kicking off over that. Our guy gets it off in terms of Guanza, and he's like, okay, so we're going to appeal it or not? We appealed it. We actually appealed it, by the way, legitimately appealed it. Didn't get the government involved on this, that, and the other. I would you want a minute, Tom, just get this off my chest. Just wife and Mbappe, or keep it said one of the two. We actually appealed it the legitimate way, and the response was, F you, England, we're now giving him a 2-game ban. Absolute fast. Talking of fast, Tom's going to join me and absolutely berate me for signing a goalkeeper. Oh, the goalkeeper's Bono saves. Hello, Tom. Go on.
Hello.
Put me out my misery.
Hello, Arsenal fans. You fuckers. Pardon my language. You fuckers. Anyway, no, I actually want to see this experiment. I just want to see how it unfolds.
He's if you're on about Meslier, he's a number 3. He ain't going to play. That's why I'm sort of calm with it, because I'm like, A, it's a 3. the wages aren't going to be ridiculous, and he's on number 3. So the current number 3, who's a future, who they have higher hopes for, can go out and get some game time. Not the end of the world. It's when if he becomes number 2, that's when I'm like, oh bollocks, because it's then like, you're not winning the cups this year.
I was going to say your Carabao Cup dreams are probably going to be nightmares.
And
Wow.
don't forget the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And Sod's Law, Arsenal and Leeds will play each other in one of them cups, and if Kepa's not here, he'll play. And it'll be
And
Ellen
one of
Jones as
two
well.
things happen. He'll have the game of his life, or we'll do what should happen in that situation, just bully him, because we know what he's weak at. Just pepper him. Just anytime we get the ball, just have a shot at him. Because you've all seen what happens in the championship. Even championship strikers or players knew to pepper him with the ball because he couldn't handle the pressure of it.
But I mean, one of the WhatsApp group chats that I'm in, someone in there went, well, I was looking when they announced it as well today. It's like, Bert's done a fantastic job already. He's holding up a pen. He's not dropped a pen. That's how little we're thinking of this. But the fact that even then, looking at the announcement today, it was just like, he's here, signing, goalkeeper, but no video, no intro video, It was just like, photo, he's here, there's interview, bye.
Yeah. No,
So
I wish him luck. Wish him luck.
But you got what does my head in? You got bigger content creators that have more resources in terms of in the knows at their disposal, but they're doing all this content, or they're going on their socials and acting like it's the end of the world, and he's the worst son than ever. It's like, it's a grown ass people in terms of men, women, nays, names, whatever, and they're acting like absolute morons. And I'm just sat here like,
because people click on it when they do that. If they sit there and have a rational take, Ryan, no one will watch their shows.
That's where I'm going wrong. Because I'm just like, in this situation, because I know he's not coming to be the number 1, I'm not like, I'm just being rational, like, yeah, whatever.
You're not panicking enough, Ryan.
No, damn it.
I'm sorry, mate. You've got a thumbnail that basically says you're watching Morocco. I was about to call Monaco. Morocco versus France. Fuck it, you're watching Monaco versus. You'll need Monaco and Morocco to team up to actually beat this French team. So anyway, it is certainly a day because we've now lost 2 goalkeepers.
Yeah, I didn't know Carl Darlow's contract was up. I didn't know that.
And he's, you know what? I've said rationally, it's not the take that people want, but the fact of the matter is, I understand it because we are actively trying to replace him, even if he does sign with us.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the age isn't.
Yeah. Sorry. Go to the Champions League club that offers him the most money. Sit on their bench and be one of their English-born quota.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
The Scott Carson rule, essentially.
Effectively, yeah. And also, what's not on Carl's side is obviously age now. So obviously that's probably why, again, like you say, you're actively looking to get someone in that's younger that's going to replace him and be long-term the better.
Well, we did offer him. We actually gave him a contract offer. Obviously, Man United, I think Everton offered him one as well, which everyone's in their right to do because obviously he's out of contract. I understand why he's taken the Man United. He has no loyalty to Leeds, really. I get that. It's a shame he's to Man United, of course, but at the same time, I understand it. He's a 35-year-old goalkeeper. This is going to be the most money he's ever likely to make in his life. This one contract.
Yeah.
He'd be a fool not to take it, quite frankly.
And barring an injury crisis, he ain't going to be playing.
Exactly. Same similar with Melier. All these teams are thinking along these lines. Like, for example, obviously, the goalkeeper I would personally want is James Trafford, personally, but I don't really think that's going to happen. one that I think might happen, even though there's not a rumour of it, but I see like who would want to play first team football, and I think Aaron Ramsdale.
Yeah, but obviously you've got the Sheffield connection. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, I think we're in for the Japan goalkeeper allegedly.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's any legs to that, but I've seen it mooted around, and I've also seen. Obviously, we are likely to buy Shay Charles. Obviously, Southampton want a bit more money. Um, that one, that would be a good signing, to be fair. But the important thing is that Ilya Melier can't drop the ball at Ellen Road anymore. But if he does, it'll be an Arsenal shirt. Personally.
Oh, don't.
If he does play a game for Arsenal, I will head onto the social media and contact all the Arsenal fans I know and go, get ready for something spectacular.
We're going to be tagged in some random comment like, prepare yourselves, boys and girls. You don't know what you've got until you've got it.
I think I was really fair to him, Ryan. I defended
Yeah, he was. This is the thing. This is what I'm saying in terms of you coming in to berate me. Sort of, I was somewhat expecting it because what was in 3 seasons ago, 4 seasons ago when he was Sam Allardyce whenever just come in for the last few games. And I'm like, no matter what happens, stay or go. For me, Meslier needs to be either demoted to number 2 or moved on. You need to upgrade that in that department one way or the other. So you know my thoughts on why I stand on Meslier, and I was just like, and you even then, it's like, no, he's young, he's raw, he can still improve. And I think you backed him for all that rest of that season, the following season in the Championship, first season there. And if I remember wrong, he didn't do anything wrong in the first season back in the Championship. It was the second season back in the back end where it's just got a bit like, what's going on here? What you're doing? And that's why you had pretty much not just parts of the fan base, but more so that the UK media putting the pressure on Farker to make a choice. Like, if you want to seal this top 2 spot and not have to do playoffs again, you may have to make a decision in terms of your goalkeeper, which he then did for the last couple of games. And then since then, Meslier's been demoted to number 3 after that?
Yeah, I feel sorry for how it ended for him, really, at least. Yeah. The final home game for Leeds, so it wasn't the final day, their second last game, obviously, the final home game, I think there was this photo of him on the Ellen Road pitch when everyone's left and he's still sat there as if like he knows it's the last time he's going to be there.
Sort of thing, yeah.
It's kind of sad because obviously when we brought him in, and he did quite well in the Championship originally for when we got promoted and things like that. And he's a 19-year-old keeper. And it's mad to think how long he's been in English football, and he's only 25, 26 or whatever it is. He's been torturing me for generations. If you like.
Well, I said that the first season back in the Championship, you might correct me. He didn't make many mistakes that were obviously not notable anyway that I know of.
Not on the level of the second season.
The second season is just a complete fall off in every aspect. Whatever could go wrong for him went wrong basically in the most random ways. And to be fair to Farker initially, he did try and keep him in for the next few games just to put an arm around him and say, I believe in you, you can get out of this. But it got too close to comfort and he didn't want to again. Playoffs was
it got to the stage where it was like, if I don't drop you, I'm going to get fired. Sort of it. Sort of, I don't know that for fact, but I get the feeling it's basically, if I don't get promoted within 2 seasons, I will not be here. If we didn't go up in that second season, he would have got fired. And he probably would have got a good job in the Championship on the back of it.
Well, especially in that second season as well, where he was pretty much dominant for the majority of it in terms of in the top 2. If you had kept with him and you had fallen into the playoffs, and you'd failed to get up for the playoffs again, yeah, Farker's job would have been not just on the line. He probably, as you say, wouldn't be there.
I think if we had kept him in the team, I don't think we'd have got promoted. And I can't ever prove that, but I just have
Just
that feeling.
just the form. It's just his form at the time was
Yeah,
screaming like.
yeah. Because there's a game against Swansea. I think some of your audience will remember it because we were following along with it on Gary's show.
Mm.
Basically, he saved the penalty in the first 10 minutes, and we think, oh my
Yeah.
God, he's back, kind of thing. And then he dropped the ball to a Swansea City player's feet on a corner.
On the
And
last
they
kick,
scored,
wasn't it?
obviously. And then he got beat on the near post in near injury time for an equaliser. And I remember just sitting there, that I genuinely believe, I'm no hyperbole, I genuinely believe we weren't getting promoted on the back of that result, and then obviously ended up winning every game following on from that after we dropped him. Not winning, sorry. We ended up not losing another game after we dropped him. Just great memories. Great memories.
But it's got to be also taking that out of the equation. By the way, I've never heard him speak before. He's
it sounds like Barry White.
What's that?
He sounds like Barry White.
I'm about to say, literally, you wouldn't if you looked at him and you never heard his voice, you wouldn't put the voice to the body.
No, he looks like a child with the voice of Barry White because he's a massive. He's a very tall guy, but he's obviously very thin and that.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, my first game in English football was at the Emirates." I can't do it as deep as he does, but yeah. I did say to some Arsenal fans, I was like, if you'd have never heard him speak, you're in for a surprise. You'd think he would talk like, "Hey everyone, hey," but instead he's like, "Hey, what do you want, little boy?" Or whatever. I didn't mean to say. That's not PG.
Pause. No, yeah. Taking that aside for a second, there, like it's got to be again from your point of view, refreshing and also comforting to see your ownership, because obviously this is like the second season you're in the Premier League with with your new ownership. But actually, they're unlike the previous lot. They're actually taking it seriously, and that they're not just oh, we survived, and in the end it was pretty not comfortable, but yeah, there was a good points difference between you and West Ham in the end, and then the form was there, etc., etc. They're not just going like your previous ownership went and like, oh, we survived, we finished, and then obviously we finished 10th. Oh, that's okay. Then we don't have to do much else. This ownership's going, okay, we're great. Now we need to kick on.
I would take 14th this year. I'll take 14th again next year, and I'll take 14th the year after. Simply because you build that, you get the money in. We obviously will fund our stadium expansion, and then gradually you can just make your team a lot better over time.
Yeah.
But the important thing, Ryan, I cannot stress this enough. I upset a lot of Leeds fans on socials when I sit there and go, I'll take 14th again. Because you got them going, oh, we should be pushing for Europe. I was like, no, pushing for Europe based on nothing other than a one good season is basically why we ended up in a relegation battle the next season.
Yeah.
And why you ended up being relegated the season after that.
You just got to look at Forest. So, 2 seasons back in, and then suddenly under Nuno did what they did in terms of push. They got into Europe, and look at the effect it had on them because they weren't ready.
Mm-hmm.
And we could see similar with Sunderland this year. We don't because everyone's been so quiet so far because obviously the World Cup and all that. They've not really done much business barring knuckle druggers down the road. Well, we'll see, Gav. But no, as I say, it's got to be refreshing to see ownership that actually are competent. So
that's how I would describe it. I think they are competent businessmen from what I see. And like for example, my dad, he is angry at. He's not happy with them at all because basically he thinks we should be in more business. So I'll just sit there with my head in my hands in the conversations with him because I'm like, based on what? Like all previous ownership, all they fucking did was talk. and it was all bollocks. Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And it's like, no, I like that our owners keep their mouth shut. But then you hear
Yeah.
on YouTube when it comes up, oh, Luton signed Harry Wilson.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. I want to see Leeds actually getting things done.
Yeah.
Not them talking about things that they intend on doing and then not doing it. I don't want to know about the transfers we nearly get.
Not to my world. It's absolutely.
Oh,
It's a
Arsenal
ball
are
race.
the Hall of Fame. Oh, we nearly bought Ibrahimovic, or we could have had Messi. Like, yeah, you could have.
We could have had
but you
Messi
didn't.
and Fabregas and all that. Yeah, it's like, okay, cool, we could have, but we didn't, so just move on, please. We could have had this, we could have had that. I know, we could have, should have, put have, but hey, you didn't do it. We had what you had, we got what we got. Just accept it and move. I've got
Quickly
Gav.
pivot back
By the way,
to
Gav,
Mediae, very quickly.
what was that?
Quickly pivoting back to Mediae, I just see a tweet about it, and basically, it's like when Fabrizio Romano did "Here We Go," and he basically quoted Mediae in saying, "Oh, the Arsenal project appeals to me," or whatever. So then someone wrote, "Yeah, the Margot Robbie project appeals to me as well." And I was like, "Yeah, Pamela Anthony '95 project appeals to me." Because of course it does. Why would it sort of? Because of course the going to the Premier League champions would appeal to Ilya Melier when he couldn't even get in the Leeds United team. Of course it would appeal to him.
Yeah, he could literally, like I say, being number 3, he could literally spend the whole season and all comps, not play a single game, come May, be holding trophies and being like, this is the easiest payday of my bloody life. I'm getting older and older needs. Well, hey, be it whatever it may be.
All power to him. Basically, I think his agent has played a blinder in this. Because I sat there thinking, who's going to take him? Like, I thought he'd end up having to go back to France and sort of build himself back up. Instead, he's like, nope, I'm just going to sit on the Arsenal bench for 2 years or whatever it is, the contract length.
I generally don't know how long it is either, but or even one of the new promoted teams. You would have thought maybe one of them, because he's a free, maybe one of them three would have took the risk and gone, you know what? I know Hull signed Jack Butland, but he's like, again, he's in his 30s, and then if he doesn't, if he's obviously dropped, he would have dropped off massively from his 20s when he was in the Premier League with Stoke. But either way, you've got Coventry, you've got Ipswich. You'd think again, just for the fact of Premier League experience and in general English game experience, they take a risk on him. But hey, it is what it is. By the way, Gav, why about your own team? You've just sold one of your Brazilian, your third best midfielder to United for 50 million quid.
I've never heard of him, this Gusto guy.
Oh, Gusto, the fullback.
He probably played at Ellen Road when we beat him.
Probably, yeah. I think he did. Might have been involved. He got butchered by your attack.
Yeah, he might have been one of the lads that got bullied by Calvert-Lewin and Ampadu. And speaking of Ampadu, Gav, thank you for the business. The 7 million that you sold us Ampadu for, very appreciative, sir. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure doing business with you, Gav. Do you regret selling him out of interest?
This game is crap so far, by the way. But I think we had one shot on target. That's from France.
I did suggest Ramsdale was a Leeds keeper, admittedly, even though I personally wouldn't do it. But it sounds like something that team would go for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Again,
I don't really want a goalkeeper that's known for being relegated, personally, but you know.
Well, there's that, but also he's English, Prem Pro, so he fits the English quota.
Yeah.
He's played in the Premier League. I know he's been relegated with most of them clubs, barring one, thankfully.
Didn't he relegate you though to Europa League?
No, he was already in Europe. Oh, we weren't even in Europe actually when he came in. The season he arrived, he wasn't even in Europe that season. So actually, we got promoted into Europa with him, then Champions League and all that. But even Newcastle, I think that was it last season at Newcastle. It was alone. I know they didn't take him on for the full time thing side of things, like the option to buy in the end, which is baffling when you think, oh, there's a penalty. We've got a penalty, and it's to France, shockingly. Mazuri, the Man United fullback, taking out Mbappe. And so we'll say.
That is shocking. I expected Argentinian officials to basically make
Yeah.
sure that France did not win.
Mm. What was I saying? But yeah, even at Newcastle, considering when Pope was actually came back from being injured, Pope had to fight, like literally for the last half of that, for the second half of the season. Ramsdale was pretty much nailed on as the first choice under Eddie Howe in the second half of last season. Doesn't mean a lot, but still. I think they've confirmed it. Yeah. BX says Ampadu has matured into a quality player.
He was really good. He's been good for us every season, to be fair to him.
Mm.
Obviously, in the Championship, he's not as visible, admittedly, but he was good when he was at centre back for us, and he was good when he moved forward into the midfield. Even though I know he's a midfielder, but obviously, I think we played him at centre back originally in the Championship because of injuries, I believe it was.
Mm. I think it's been it's big VAR cleared. It is a pen. Mbappe stepping up, shockingly. Pardon me. So it's Bono versus Mbappe. Who's going to come out on top? I wonder.
I do think the Premier League should do a rule where Leeds home games are only ever played after 8 o'clock at night, though.
Can't think why you're saying that.
Because we did kind of become invincible
Mm.
after 8 p.m. But I say that, but then I believe we lost to Man City and then Sunderland within like a 3-day period or something, nonsense like that.
The Sunderland one was weird though. What is going on?
BX. I would rather masturbate with sandpaper than buy Hannibal off Burnley. That motherfucker, he spat at Leeds fans, and not that it really should matter, but just fuck him. Hate him. Plus, he used to play for Man United. Fucking double. Pardon my language.
Not delays tactics here from Morocco, shockingly. What does Diaz do? What, and there's a okay, I've never seen that before. Okay, here we go. He missed it. Oh my god, that is appalling. That is absolutely abysmal. That's way too casual and straight, basically goalkeeper level, basically.
Don't get me wrong, I don't expect BX Gun to know the law of Hannibal versus Leeds. So, I'm not criticising him for that. I'm just pointing out that Hannibal needs to go fuck himself.
Oh dear. It's on fire. Mbappe, Desgracia.
They are showing me the penalty now.
Pretty much sums the fucking game up so far.
On my feed, he's not even kicked the ball yet.
No, there's loads of delays before he takes it as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah. See what I mean?
If the keeper had gone the other way, it would have looked like an amazing penalty. He looked so cool and calm under pressure. Because he didn't go the other way, he looked like a proper prick.
That's putting it politely, yeah.
But when you're killing Mbappe, it's kind of okay because he'll get another chance in a second. Why are all players in international football doing the stutter run up for penalties because you don't really see this on a weekly basis in the league system. I could have that wrong. People are free to correct me on that, but it feels like it's only in the international game that this really happens a lot. Showing a replay, yeah. This referee is having fun. Deschamps is like, what the hell are you doing, Killian? Probably. I don't speak French. Oh, we're going for the hydration break. Sponsored by Powerade. Probably. Don't worry, one day we'll be able to sit here and say, it's time for the hydration break. Sponsored by Zenith Coins. Get your coins with your hydration.
Bloody need bloody,
I mean, that is definitely a penalty. But, I mean, that was definitely a penalty. A crap one.
oh dear. Like, find that one more than what? That'd be fantastic.
It's interested comment, Gaff. I don't really think there's a conspiracy that's anti-England in the World Cup. I believe the conspiracy is more pro-Lionel Messi more than anything. They want Lionel Messi up against Kylian Mbappe for a rematch.
Yeah.
I don't think it's so much that they're anti-England or anything against England. I just think they really want Lionel Messi to go up against Mbappe again.
Mm.
That Egypt game was a farce.
Just a just a tad, yeah. Oh dear. So anything Egypt was doing, it was like yellow card, yellow card, yellow card, yellow card. Argentina in general. No, let's see here. Again, we saw it at the World Cup in Qatar. Argentina versus Holland. Messi deliberately goes arm up, pushes the ball direction he needs to go to, which then leads to a goal. He doesn't get disallowed.
It must be nice to be Lionel Messi. Now you can do
Mm.
what you want on a football field.
Literally as well, yeah.
Has he ever actually been sent off? Not in this World Cup, obviously. I just
No,
mean in general.
don't think so.
Yeah, let's have a look on the internet machine and find out if this is true.
Oh, dear. look.
Oh wow! Lionel Messi got sent off in his first ever international match.
Oh, okay.
On his Argentina debut, he got sent off.
I've never heard about that, but okay.
He did an elbow on a in 2005. And his second red card of his international career was 14 years later against Chile in the Copa America third place playoff.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. But since then, it's been good as gold, apparently.
Oh, of course.
Barring, as I say, they did a bit of handball in the last World Cup, the breaking of a player's calf in the start of this World Cup. Barring that, yeah,
Interesting though,
pulled in.
he's had 1,133 yellow cards. He's had 4 red cards, and all of them have been all straight reds. Sorry, 103 yellow cards across 1,133 games. I've read that wrong. Yeah, 1,000 yellow cards would seem like a lot.
Hmm.
I thought I was reading the stats for Vinnie Jones for a second. So on average, he's had a card every 11 games, apparently. Like, they were showing the Spider-Man trailer in the cinema again.
Oh yeah, because yeah, 6 months, isn't it? That comes with that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to see it at some point. I'm probably going to watch the Odyssey as well.
No, but it
Even
sounds a
though
bit.
I'm reluctant to watch it because it's nearly 3 hours.
Well, that's a big month, a huge month for Tom Holland and what's his? I got his name now.
Yeah,
Who's a, oh
Zendaya, is that her name?
no, the guy that's Punisher. That's also in Odyssey.
You thinking of John Bernthal?
That's the one. John, I know it was John something.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
I wonder what Tom Holland's going to do when he can't play teenage boys anymore.
That's going to be interesting, yeah.
He's going to reach a point where, like, a casting director's going to look at him and go, "Yeah, Tom, you can't play teenagers anymore because you're 45."
Oh dear.
He's been perfect for Spider-Man, though. Admittedly,
Yeah.
to be fair to him.
Yeah, but when they do obviously spoilers by the way, Secret Wars next year, when they do the whole reboot of the universe or whatever, they're going to have to change who's Spider-Man at that point, surely, because as you say, he's pushing that as it is. Then again, Tobey Maguire was what, mid to late 20s when he was playing in the first Spider-Man film, the teenager.
Oh, Gav, I would have Haaland over Kane. Because he's barely human. He's just like a
Mm.
cyborg that just knows where the goal is.
And he came from Leeds, technically, as in Born.
that, yeah, that's not going to count against him. I'd be lying if I said that. But, well, the question is simple. If Haaland had chosen to represent England, who would you put up front for England? It's Haaland. Saying that, though, I don't think he would have actually got a chance because Kane's had that position on lockdown for about a decade. So Haaland wouldn't probably have had the chance to have actually displaced him, really.
You're asking questions, though. Like, come on, this is Haaland. Someone said that the age gap between Anne Hathaway and Tom Holland is a bit out there for a mother and son. They're playing they're actors, respectively. People go down that route, but come on, these are paid actors playing roles of a certain age groups. If they fit the age according to the casting lot and the film lot, leave them to it. It's not like it's reality and all that. Come on.
I can't remember who it was, but I don't want to sound really pretentious when making this reference, but it was a big name actor, so I can't remember who it was. But then they said to Laurence Olivier that they didn't actually sleep for a week before turning up for a role, and to which he looked at him and went, "Son, that's why they quit acting. You just have to pretend you haven't slept for a week."
Exactly.
Like, oh, I've got to do method acting to really show my craft. It's like, no, just pretend.
It ain't that hard. Yeah, pretend. That Mariah Carey.
I'm acting all the time. I turn up every week on a Saturday and pretend that Gary's good at his job.
I thought you were going to say you pretend to be best friends. I was like, hang on.
Oh, of course. Of course.
When did that happen?
I know you're going to hear this, Gary, and someone's probably clear up. Fuck you, Gary. No, he's great. He's great in all seriousness because I know he's never going to see this, so I'll just say it. If he did see it, then I would edit it to make sure it said the opposite. You see?
I love you, guys. What was it? Home Alone 2? Get on your knees and say you love me. I love you.
That is one of the best bits in Home Alone 2 with Tim Curry. Yeah. Tim Curry's the best part of that film, to be fair to me.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I learned on the show when you was discussing Home Alone. Home Alone 1 is better than Home Alone 2, but the parts with Tim Curry are better than anything in Home Alone 1.
Yeah.
But that's still not enough to actually make me say it's a better film than Home Alone 1. It's not. Not enough for me to actually get angry at anyone who thinks the opposite of me, because people are allowed to their own opinions on film. But I just don't think it's better than Home Alone 1. It's the same movie, but just like most sequels, making it a little bit more expensive, because it has to be.
And a bit more out there, the older safe tricks. What do they do? The bricks and all that, and the electrocution and all that.
Yeah.
Because in reality, come on, the amount of one brick will probably kill you, let alone 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Oh. I know it's just a movie. Let me preface this by saying it's just a movie, but how is Marv not dead by the end of the first movie?
Oh, God.
Sorry, not Marv. It was Harry, weren't it? Harry's Daniel Stern, isn't it? Yeah. Well, both of them. Both of them should be dead based on what that boy McAllister did to him. I'm pretty sure that Mac Allister from Argentina was named after Home Alone. And whether that's true or not, I'm just going with it anyway. And
we'll never know. So many times, but by the way. But it was in the second of the bricks, and then after that, he then goes and he's literally electrocuting himself, holding by that sink and whatever, the charge and all that, to the point where you're seeing the skeleton, for crying out loud. For comedic effect, by the way, for anyone who loses their mind. But again, in reality, you're not surviving. Oh dear. But again, it's sort of, again, you've got to remember it's a so-called family film at Christmas, and mainly aimed at kids, just to as a bit of white noise in the background, so the parents can do what, like, finish off doing whatever they're doing at bloody Christmas dinner and cleaning up and all that crap, or just sitting as a family and watching it, knowing that the kids will just sit there.
Hmm. I thought that
5 minutes.
I got um I got quite an advanced level of age before I realised that the movie within the movie was just a movie. You know, the one was like, sit down and tell me how much you love me and all
Yeah,
that.
that, yeah, the
Yeah,
angels,
Angels with Dirty
exit
Faces.
of angels, I think what it was called, whatever it was.
Yeah, Angels with Dirty Faces. I think that's
That's
what it
it,
is.
something like that. Yeah,
Anyway, he, I thought that was a real film that they were referencing. I didn't realise they'd made a fake film within the
in
film.
the film, I didn't know that at the time.
No, yeah, about 10 years ago, I
Yeah,
learned that, and I was just like, because it was just so, it just seemed so realistic to what that
yeah.
type of movie is. I could just believe it was an actual thing. But I am an idiot, so uh, Goldbridge, Ryan saying he thinks Santos is shite for Man United, and he never really played for us, even though he played 43 times last season. And actually, Mark, he is fucking brilliant.
No, this is a Mark Goldbridge again. We talked about hit the crossbar. This is the Mark Goldbridge again. We talked about earlier on. Arsenal fans doing things with reactions to get the clicks and the views, especially the YouTubers get the views. He's the spearhead of it in terms of not just football community but Man United community. There's a reason why every year, there's numerous the Stretford End or whatever it's called, the Man United podcast that come together doing their season reviews, always put Man United top of the league in their season prediction. That and they're delusional as it is, but still.
Oh no, in their position, I would put my team top of the league, like, cause why would you not? But I wouldn't put Leeds top of the league, obviously. But if Leeds even remotely touch the Champions League places, then I'd be like, oh, we're going to win it this year.
This is our year.
Obviously, that would be absurd now. Hello, Chris Nix. Chris Nix has said it's become a tradition that I watch Home Alone in the cinema.
Mm.
I have done that one time. I watched Home Alone. I think it was 2018 on Christmas Eve. I watched it in the cinema. I always try to watch a Christmas movie on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Some years I haven't actually done that, but I tried. Like last year, I watched Avatar at the cinema, the new Avatar. I kind of wish I'd rather watched Home Alone. It's well made, but at the same time, I was just sat there thinking, this is nearly 3 hours. Like, I started the film in the morning, and I felt like by the time it ended, I felt like I should be getting ready for Boxing Day.
Yeah. No, when I think it was the day it came out, me and my brother went to go and see it, Avatar, the recent one, and the guy next to me, about an hour in, was actually asleep snoring.
I'm not surprised. Like, I don't think it's bad. It's a well-made film, but
It just dragged out too much.
There was nothing in it where I was sitting there thinking, this is just, again, it's the same thing we were saying about Home Alone. Home Alone 2 is Home Alone 1, but just done slightly differently.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, as my point to Colonel Ward when he was saying, oh, what sequels are good? It's like, well, Terminator 2 is markedly different from Terminator 1, and Aliens is a completely different type of movie from Alien. But that is rare, admittedly.
Yeah,
like,
very few and far between.
The same film as the one preceding it. Because you can't really make it too different, otherwise people would just go, oh, I don't like this. It's not the film I previously liked.
Yeah.
This football match has not been great.
No, it's literally upon the penalty miss itself. Nothing's happened. They've been showing the stats as well. Like France have had all the ball, they do nothing with it. Morocco's just gone. You have it. We'll try and do an account every now and then. They've got a free kick here just before the half-time whistle goes. By the looks of it. Right, yeah, about 20 odd seconds is a free kick, and the I won't say his name, but the captain of Morocco, who's going to be going to court the second he hits French soil, takes it all on his own head and basically tries to be clever and basically hits the back of a steward instead.
Ooh.
And that's half time. What is it? Why do I always pick games that have either slow burners or just don't set a light at all, basically?
There's a giant spider in the stadium that's like
Wouldn't
above the
surprise me.
stadium. It looks like it's in the grass. It's shadow of it, but because I'm a minute behind you in terms of the footage for some reason. I'll say some reason. I know it's because I'm 3 minutes, but legally, of course, in case my FBI agent is lurking. I have heard that theory, Chris Nix. It's a great theory. It's absurd, but it's a great theory because he tortured them so much he grew up to become Jigsaw from Saw.
Oh my! Didn't hear that till now, but okay, that kind of.
I know people really suggested that because obviously he must have got a taste for what he did to those poor young burglars.
Those innocent men.
Yeah, I mean, it did get to the stage where I know they're trying to rob his house, but I was starting to feel sorry for them around the part where he set their head on fire.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, the sort of blowtorch and the bloody.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it? Blowtorch and something else. Was the gas. Oh, that was it. The toilet filled with fuel. So then it went, oh, it was water, but no. Oh dear.
But yeah.
Well, after that, I think
I love stuff like that.
But the thing with for me, Home Alone, after they did Home Alone 2, they sort of just, yet again, companies, studios get greedy thinking they know better. They kept churning out for the sake of it, churning out 3, 4, and this, that, and the other. And even the Disney remake, reboot, what you want to call it, it's just money grabs. And it's just, you don't get the quality. And again, the reboot, so to speak, is just basically a modern day version of what you did in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Diminishing returns, I believe you're describing. You make more of the same thing and get less out of it each time. I mean, the one thing about the third movie which redeems it is that it did give the world a young Scarlett Johansson.
True.
Because she played Kevin, because it was still Kevin McAllister.
It's Kevin McAllister, but a different actor.
Yes, but still, technically, it's Kevin McAllister, and she played his sister. And solid citizen, that's all I'll say. I even thought that when I was 13. Solid citizen, indeed.
But the fact of the matter is that they kept in terms of the characters, they kept the characters for the third, or most of them anyway, like the mum, the dad, Kevin, and one of the siblings. But the fact that they couldn't get the original actors back to play the roles, that's sort of been screaming no. But they did it, and then even when that wasn't received well, they continued to do more.
Oh, Chris, I can answer that question. My favourite film theory is that Marty McFly in Back to the Future. And I've said this many times, so sorry if I'm repeating myself, people. But essentially, the crux of the plot of Back to the Future, if you knuckle it down, is essentially Marty McFly trying to have sex with his own mother in the past.
Or try not to, technically.
No. See, keep in mind, Ryan, my theory with this is if his plan had been successful, he would have had to go through with it. He wasn't successful because Biff interrupted it. But if Biff hadn't interrupted it, and they did this thing where obviously the mum went basically, "Oh my, it feels like I've known you before," or something like this, and like she
Known you all
obviously
my life,
then
yeah.
decided to get cold feet. But he was going to go through with it essentially.
Oh dear. That would, yeah.
Because I know that the plan was that George McFly would interrupt him and then be the hero and stuff like that, but then Biff ended up doing it, etc. But that doesn't change the fact that his plan was to actually do that. But my thing with it is someone explained this in a meeting before they made the movie, and they basically went, "So your plot is basically to get back in time into the future. He has to try and have sex with his mother." Okay, that's the plot. You can dress it up with all kinds of bells and whistles, but that is the plot. In the third Home Alone, what was the movie line? Sure, they couldn't use leaving him at home again and getting on the wrong plane. I do believe the mother was a traveling. They were basically a traveling mother sort of thing, and traveling mother. I can't remember. But basically ends up in the house alone. And the lady, the next door neighbour's meant to check on him, but she doesn't. It's something like that.
Mm.
My actual favourite little nugget from Home Alone 1, which I think is really clever, is the normal question you'd get is, how would the family not know that Kevin McAllister's missing? But they actually got around it in two ways. Found it really clever. Because I actually had the scene, you know, when the Pepsi, because Pepsi in movies promoted everywhere at the time. The Pepsi cups got knocked over and they had to use all the tissues to clean it up. And then basically, when they wiped the tissues away, they actually put the ticket in the bin. Kevin's plane ticket ended up in the bin. And they show it very clearly. You can actually see the ticket is in the bin.
Yeah.
But then when they actually do count up the tickets, so obviously because they haven't got his ticket, but the other kid, the neighbour kid, is standing around the van, they count the kid as Kevin, so they never put two and two together that they've got one ticket less than the boy, because it all matched up as silly as that is. It's very clever. Mine is the Simpsons one. Ralph Wiggum is the other, please. Yeah, Ralph Wiggum is the son of, is it not Kearney? Kearney's one of the boys.
Oh,
Lou and Eddie.
Lou and Eddie,
Lou,
that's it, yeah.
obviously, it can't be Lou because Lou's black, but
Sort of narrowed it down that way, yeah.
and I have seen Nelson becomes Barney in the future. Nelson is the son of Barney, I've seen people say. The other one is that Homer Simpson was originally designed to be Krusty the Clown in the way that Batman was Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
No, they never went through with it, but originally, because I don't know if you've noticed, Homer and Krusty the Clown have the same model. Like they actually look the same. They have the same head and things like this. So when I think the idea that they were going for, I could be totally misremembering it, but they wanted, because obviously Bart never calls Homer Dad. He always calls him Homer, but he idolizes Krusty the Clown. So they always wanted to go with the thing that he doesn't respect Homer, but he loves Krusty the Clown, but Homer is Krusty the Clown.
Yeah, that would have been a head bloody, not scratcher, that's difficult. Yeah.
They never actually went through with it, but I think they did intend that. Because, again, they are the same person, essentially, without the makeup and all that. But they also in The Simpsons, sorry, not in Simpsons, on ITV Sport, there's a giant vagina, and they named it Roy Keane.
Okay, yeah, with everything on past Watershed. What? What?
I just wanted to say that Roy Keane was a giant vagina. That's all I was going to say.
Well, he can be something at times. Trust me.
I'm sure he's a nice man. I'm sure he's a nice man, really. But, you know, he plays up to this stereotype that, he's very curmudgeonly and stuff like that. And he plays up to it for TV
Yeah,
purposes,
yeah.
I expect.
The angry Irishman with the
Yeah,
quippy jokes and all. Yeah. Like he's just doing his job. So, okay.
that's his job. That's his job.
Yeah. To the
Some
point.
of them I do find funny, but it
To the,
does get to the point of like, okay, Roy, we get it. We get it. You don't like anything.
yeah. So even to the point where what is it in the? He's part of the new Sky. It's one of Sky advert promoting their. I think it's their Sky mobile service basically. And it's every possible quip he's ever come up with. He at one point gets added an ice cream. He's like, "Are you happy with that?" To the what was like, okay. And the whole, it's your job. It's that, and oh my god, is the pay pocket that big for you that you have to become the walking, talking meme basically?
I've never seen the Sandlot, Gav, ever.
I don't remember that either.
I've heard that it's popular, but I've never actually seen it. But admittedly, I've never been in a position to actually see it. So I'll have a look to see where I could actually see it. Let's have a look. Sandlot. Yeah, if I wanted to watch it, I'd have to pay for it on Amazon Prime Video, which I'm not going to do.
Oh, bloody hell, no.
I mean, I already pay £20 a month for a Cineworld Unlimited pass. I'm not going to then buy a £4 movie off TV.
When it's again with Cineworld as well, it's more likely going to end up in Cineworld as part of their seasonal, monthly or seasonal thing they do every year, throughout the year as well.
I do like that one of my favourite ones they did was a James Bond one, because I think it was on Mondays. They'd play
Yeah,
one of the old Bond movies in an order, like one every week,
yeah.
or most of them. I mean, I've seen all the Bond movies before. Yeah, watching them in cinema is a bit different.
What was it? I think, was it
Right. Sorry, mate. Go on.
not going to say, I think it was like around about this time last year or just a bit later on in the summer. They did the X-Men 1, 2, I think Last Stand, Wolverine, no, Logan, 1, 2, 3, Logan, Days of Future Past, and there's another one they did. Basically, it was like the best films that had Wolverine in, basically, but spread out for the entire month, effectively. And at Christmas, they did like Home Alone 1 and 2 back to back on the same day. Elf on Christmas Eve, and other bits and pieces as well. Other
Yeah,
films as well, but throughout the Polar Express and things like that.
yeah. I did Elf on 2019. I saw Elf at the Cinema World, and then I think 2022. I might have had it wrong, but I watched Polar Express. That movie is terrifying, by the way. Like the animation of it is like, because it obviously is CGI, but it's quite, they look uncanny.
Yeah,
There's something really unnerving about how these models look. I can't really explain it, but it just feels unnerving watching it, especially with the one that is Tom Hanks.
yeah.
Where's actually playing this match?
Well, it's meant to be France and Morocco, but I don't think either one's turned up yet.
Let's have a look where this game is being held.
I mean, it's that bad. They come back from the advert break and they've got ITV now promoting the rugby for the weekend. New Zealand versus Italy at 6 a.m. on Saturday. Australia versus France at 8:10. Japan versus Australia. England, Fiji versus England. Yeah, England to lose again. Woohoo! But we won't select the manager even though he's crap.
Oh, they're playing in Gillette Stadium apparently.
Yeah, because of sponsorship, they can't call it. They've had to cover up the brand.
Yeah,
All the other stadiums did the same thing, and literally, what was it? A couple of days. I think it was Miami. It might have been Miami, or it was one of the stadiums they've had to cover up their logo basically. And they've obviously, as soon as the last game was played there, obviously, no, that whole they'll never know,
yeah,
they'll never know sort of meme, whatever, the sound clip, and it's like, and it's like as they're taking the stuff down.
yeah. This must be a fairly newish thing. And like, I know they've probably done it for other World Cups, but I remember in '94 they didn't do any of this. They just said the stadium name.
Yeah.
But
So when I've been making up the thumbnails, I've been typing this. I'm typing in, especially the group stages. I was typing in as of via Scott, like what stadium was being used, and some of the images that are getting made up, they're putting in the official stadium sponsorship name on the actual thing. It's like, okay, I'll go with it. Not going to hurt me. Don't come after me. It's only a fucking image. Jesus. Oh dear. Sorry, it's just we've got a cameraman focusing on a Moroccan team, walking up in their dressing room and walking the 10-mile walk from the dressing room through numerous storage areas to get back onto the pitch. I swear, if we have to sit through this 0-0 all the way to penalties, I'm going to cry.
I'm reading a tweet where someone wrote, "Carl Darlow will now never be remembered at Leeds."
Oh my
Dead.
days. God, it's just if I was in your position, I was typing back. Sorry, are you comparing Carl Darlow going to Man United to the same level Alan Smith going to Man United? Then
It's not remotely similar.
no, it's not. But my point is that how people are acting.
No, I agree with you. It's not remotely similar.
No,
I totally understand. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and go, "I wish him all the best."
no,
I
of
don't. I
course not.
don't wish him anything. Like
No.
I don't think I'm going to need to wish him anything because he's going to sit on his ass and watch
Yeah,
football match from the
literally,
bench at Old Trafford.
yeah,
You know, and he's going to make a lot of money. He's going to make more money doing that than I ever will doing many things.
yeah.
So and that is what it is. Gav has said he's ordered a KFC. Out of interest, Gav, what did you order from KFC?
But I was about to ask it. But yeah,
Because I think it's fair to say it's probably going to be more exciting than this football match.
why is yeah.
Of course, I
Oh,
will happily also answer people's movie questions and opinions. I don't know a lot about movies, but I have a lot of opinions on this.
Back underway for a second, I think.
Two large zinger meals for £30.60. That is quite pricey.
Just a tank.
That includes for £30 for two. I'd expect the delivery guy to toss me off.
No, I expect the driver to fucking hand feed me the food.
Yeah, we'll go with what Ryan said. It's probably the more PG version.
Yeah, the more PG family friendly, appropriate for TikTok version.
Yes. Oh, hello TikTok, by the way. Chris Nick says he loves KFC, but it's too hit and miss. Um, I'm going to need to expand on that, Chris, if you don't mind, because I thought with a KFC or with most fast foods, surely isn't the appeal on them that they're the same no matter where you get it? Like if you go to McDonald's, if you go to a McDonald's in London, then a McDonald's in Newcastle, when you order the same thing, it's going to taste the same. That's what it's supposed to be.
Mm.
They charge you $4.49 for delivery,
Jesus.
which then creates a question: why is your two Zinger meals £25? Am I misthinking on this? Because I suppose a Zinger meal being £12.50 on delivery is probably what you are getting in there because you're paying for the fact you ain't going there. It's a convenience. They're taking
Mm.
advantage of that, I imagine. Oh, the service charge.
Jesus.
Yeah.
For the,
See,
for some,
I'd expect service charge to come up while I'm getting my hand shandy. Or Mick Bauer, the delivery guy.
uh,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
so yeah, basically, service charge and the delivery aside, that's still taking the piss. I said
I've
this.
only paid delivery once in my life, Ryan. One time I ever paid for food delivery. It was purely because it was torrential downpour and I
Mm.
did not want to go outside in it.
Yeah,
And even then, I didn't pay delivery service. The Chinese I got was so good. They don't do delivery, but what they do is
same.
they'll have you pay the cab company to go into the Chinese and pick it up for you and then bring it to you.
Oh, okay.
Like, I can't remember how much I had. It cost me extra, but they basically like add £5 to £8 on top, and yeah, that I can understand. Personally, I felt really guilty paying it because I was like, usually I'll just go and get the food.
Yeah.
But hang on Uber One, free delivery and Disney Plus. How long do you get the free Disney Plus for, Chris? Or rather, what is Uber One? I know what Uber is, but what is Uber One specific like? Is that like a recurring thing? I'm guessing. Gav got 20% off because it's over 25. 20. That was your price with the 20% off.
Wow.
Gav, you might as well bend over and spread your cheeks because they are going in. But no, in all seriousness, I hope you enjoy it, Gav. And I hope you enjoy it more because if you don't, you'll be sitting there thinking, well, they charged me over £30 for this crap. But if you enjoy it, then it doesn't matter, does it?
How's work been, by the way, with all this weather and all that? The aircon working in your place?
Oh, the aircon works a little too well. Because if you have it on for too long, it turns your building into an icebox.
Which you kind of want because a bit, yeah. But as soon as you walk out, you're hit. But yeah, you kind of want it to be somewhat cold. Is it? Because again, especially what when I started out in my industry in terms of the chef side of things. The first job I ever had, I cooked like, and the what would be like the air vents that pump in that'll connect with that take the heat from the kitchen out and put it outside for the vents and outside the roof and all that. When it
Oh,
got when it got when it got heat waves, it was because it's literally on top of you, and you've got that, and instead of going out, you've got the heat also coming through, so it's like a mix and match, and it's just like complete and utter. I want to die basically because this is absolutely ridiculous and unsafe, surely. And yeah, you don't. We don't. Our aircon was literally not aircon. It was literally bottles of water, freezing them in the big F-off freezer that we had at work first thing in the morning. So come time we open for lunch and all that, it's just we get them out and just literally pray and hope we survive. That's enough.
Chris pays £50 a year, gets free delivery, a year of Disney Plus, plus 10% back on cabin train booking.
Fair enough.
He gets the money back, plus gets free Disney Plus. I probably wouldn't do enough train and cab stuff to actually justify it.
You'd have to. You pretty much if you're not yeah, like you say, you're not doing the cab and the train side of things. You pretty much just have to get your money back via basically takeaways,
Yeah,
basically.
I wouldn't get enough delivery. I obviously don't buy enough takeaway through
Yeah,
delivery to justify the cost, but I can understand why that would appeal to Chris.
Gav, are they taking the piss?
An hour for delivery.
At 10:15 at night.
Is
As
it a
far as
24-hour KFC out of interest? Because I think Chris Nick said it earlier. Correct, pardon me if I'm wrong, Chris, but when you get delivery, you get the crap bits of the chicken.
mm,
Because there's no way. What are you going to do if
fantastic, yeah,
like? It's not like you're going to go there. Because if you go there, you'd go there in the first place, then get the good bits of chicken, presumably.
yeah.
Saying all this, I love KFC personally.
Mm. But yeah, Gav, if it's not a 24-hour one, either way, we're on on a Thursday night, the 10:20 at night. If you can get a phone number for your KFC, I'll be calling them, give me your order number, and asking them why on earth am I waiting for an hour? If they don't give you an answer, phone up whoever you delivered you for your delivery service and ask them because that is absolutely taking the mick. Not just in terms of the price of what they're charging for the food, but in fact they've had the audacity to charge you near a fiver for delivery, but you've got to wait over about an hour or more for the food. In which case, it probably will turn up. Knowing these places like KFC, they'll get the order in straight away. They'll be on it straight away. They won't wait until they get the notification saying, right, a driver's been selected, driver's on his way, sort of thing. They'll be on it before that. They'll have it all served up and ready to go, and your food's going to be stone cold, basically.
I want to take the time to apologise to your audience, Ryan, on TikTok and on YouTube, because we're not really talking about
They're
football
really talking about the
because
game.
there's not really anything to talk about in the football.
This is what I'm saying. The game's that bad, guys, from all platforms, that we can't really talk about because there's nothing to talk about. Behind the appalling penalty in the first half and Mbappe, there's nothing to talk about in this game. This is meant to be France, going back, especially since the tournament started, heavy favourites France against controversial, technically, but shouldn't be AFCON champions, Morocco. It, and again, there's a semi-final spot at stake here, and neither team's going for it. They won't cancel it. They've accepted the fact that they've accepted the oh god, the fact they've accepted the order in the first place. They won't cancel it. Like I say, the second that's gone through the restaurant side of things, they would be on that. They'll be all over that. So if I was you, quickly, don't mind you slipping away for a sec. Get on your. Did you use the KFC app specifically, or have you used a different app as a like Uber or Just Eats or whatever? And who have you used? See if they've got a 24-hour service, either via phone call or chat room, and try and find out why on earth you've got to wait an hour for your food, basically. And out of interest, the KFC you've ordered from, how far away from you on normally? How far away is from you is this KFC? Just Eat. Is it literally what in terms of driving wise, for example, is it like a 5-10 minute drive, basically? If you sound like that, you then, as I say, get on the phone to someone.
Honestly, don't know because I've never actually used these things, Gav. Because, like I say, when I got food delivered, it was one of these places where you just phone it up and then they phone the cab company on your behalf and then send it to you. But I've gone down to 37 minutes now. To be fair, the way this game is going, you'll be eating and the football will still be going.
Yep. Extra time will be underway.
So, every cloud and all that.
Oh dear.
My one like extravagance, like when I go to Westfield, for example, I'll tend to go in Wingstop because I just get I think they call it I can't remember what they call the meal. Basically, you get wings and you get beer, everything. And it's not bad. It's not bad.
Oh dear.
But I wouldn't go in there like every week. But like, like once a month or something when I'm in that shop, when I'm doing shopping there for like a family occasion or something like that. Because my family are very like, you don't have to spend £1 million on us for our birthday, but you will get a fucking card. You will go out of your way to pick a card.
Yeah. Oh dear.
And then when I do, I then go into Wingstop and go, yeah, can I have the honey barbecue, please, and the Korean barbecue, the spicy Korean or whatever it is, the sauce. I'm not actually talking about my preference in women.
Oh dear.
Although I wouldn't be opposed to that. Just to be fair.
Moving on. Anyway.
Yeah. I think I uncancelled myself there. If anything, I'll double uncancel myself. Give me 2 of them. Nah, after my strike, I couldn't.
1-0. There we go. Mbappe scored. Again, I mean, good goal and all that, but Morocco players are just standing there watching him going, what do we do here? They're complaining about a handball, so I'll wait for the VAR before I change the scoreboard. But we should have a goal, but I want to see the replay because they're claiming a handball in the build-up.
I've never heard of them, to be honest, Gav. I had to Google them. I've never heard of the Ingham family. But Chris, I've not tried Shake Shack. However, I've walked past it and I've always been thinking, like, should I go and get a shake from Shake Shack? But then it's all the other stuff around it. I will pay for a milkshake because I like good milkshake, but I don't really want to pay 20 quid for the burger and chips or whatever it is.
Else, yeah. I don't know if they're checking this or not because they're just showing the replay of Mbappe scoring and celebrating. Going, come on, look at me.
So have we got a World Cup of basically Catherine saying games are boring and then goals occur?
Basically, yeah.
But why does she wait an hour to say the game is boring? Say it after the first minute, and you can really like spice things up.
Oh dear.
I say all that knowing full well she knows all the stats. £24 for burger, chips, and drink.
And saw you coming.
Out of interest, Chris, how was the milkshake? What milkshake did you have? Because I presume people don't go in Shake Shack and then get a Diet Coke. Goal seems to stand.
Yeah, they don't show us it being checked, but it clearly was checked because he indicates like, no, we're going back to centre circle, off we go. But they don't show us. Even in the replay, all they showed us was the goal. They wouldn't show us the build-up or nothing. So that doesn't scream dodgy, does it? But again, neither team, again, we'll say this, good goal and all that. And obviously, eventually, they took their chance eventually. But it's just, again, just go for it a bit more. Just really, of course you do, because you're a West Ham fan.
£24 and you got a Coke. Incredible. Just obviously you're told to get what you want when you're paying £24. But £24, what was it in the burger? Gold?
Golden ticket for Charlie's. Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Yeah.
I got a golden ticket.
For £24, I'd expect that Coke to be so good that it would get you arrested because it turned into powder form.
Oh, you can imagine, can't you?
Catherine has declared the game to be boring, even regardless of the goal. Or irregardless of the goal. Are you doing a show tomorrow night?
Yes.
Hello, Russ the Stock. Have a good night. Sorry, right? Didn't hear that. Sorry.
Yeah, I am. Will be. Yeah, obviously got to set it up later after this, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like if Rasta Stock comes in and says goal, then he goes 11 likes. Then he says, well, later, guys.
Okay. Stato, we're doing a thing. 16 shots, 5 on target, 1 goal. You can do better, France. You can do better, Morocco as well, by the sound of it.
Yeah, I checked it myself as well. Yeah, it's just because on my phone it wasn't telling me. I had to go and find my monitor. It's like, oh, okay, it's all good.
Are you planning on doing one for the England game as well?
Yes. And the City of Argentina game as well, yeah.
I will most likely be available for the England game, but I probably won't do the City o'clock one based on not wanting to re-aggravate my brain.
Yeah, and also it's probably not worth it. Probably be an either onslaught or dead game again between Argentina and Switzerland. But so what you ran tomorrow? You said as well, or just England game?
No, I'm gonna do my wrestling show. Obviously, I'm not gonna my against show, but at the same time, purely just because I don't want to get out of the routine of doing it.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, I know if I don't do it for a few weeks, then it starts creeping. Like, should I not do this sort of thing? So just like no. But obviously, I wouldn't have if England were playing. But you'll have me here on Saturday.
Yeah, 100% again.
And I will.
2-0, game over. Dembele just scored. The worst defender I've ever seen from any team. And in Dembele, as I say, ball goalkeeper as well.
I mean, they are going to win this tournament.
It's going to take certain situations to stop them from doing that. But yeah, there was only one situation that stopped them, and that's controversial, so I say.
Oh, Catherine's got to go. She's like dog sitting and more active dog than Guinness. And she's wanting attention and some exercise. Dog's going for a walk by the sounds of it.
Well, it is early evening now as well, so yeah. Is it coming home?
I hope you're right, Gav. But this French team are something else, aren't they?
Yeah, I was going to say mainly this French team, but also we do, assuming we get past Norway on Saturday, Gav, we do have the small factor of having to play Lionel Messi and Argentina in the semi-final more likely. And even if we don't, and somehow they get knocked out and we play Switzerland, we then have to play this France in the final.
So I was hoping to feel a bit better tomorrow to do back-to-back streams. First for the Arsenal Women's Chat Show and then the Spain game.
Oh yeah, because they're doing another show. Obviously, it's a big. We've already had another signing announced since we were us live in terms of the girls, and there's rumours that we're going to get another announcement tomorrow.
I don't know if you're still around, Catherine, but are London City Lionesses likely to actually mount the challenge next year? Based on the sheer number of signings that they're making.
I mean,
I say that, I can only name two of the players that I know they've bought, but they've bought some pretty statuesque players, I think it's fair to say.
I mean, technically, sorry, since they got back, they got promoted to the WSL last season. No, sorry, the season before now. Last season, their first season and all that, and the players have signed up to this point, and including this summer so far. Technically, they should mount a challenge, but I don't think they will because this is the thing they've done. The ownership have done since they got promoted to the WSL is by all the players that got them to there, pretty much binned them all off, brought all these upgrades in, so to speak, at the same time, and they just haven't gelled yet. And now you're doing we're going to bring Mary Earps in to be probably the number one at the back end of her career, and then you got Alexia yesterday being announced.
Yeah.
I mean, they should, but it's also dependent on does Kang want the Lionesses to be in the top three, knowing that even if they get top three, they can't be in the Champions League because she owns another team in the Champions League.
Does she own Leon? Am I misremembering that? Or
yeah, she owns Leon. Yeah, the women.
Yeah. The women's Leon side.
The women's Leon squad, and she's looking to. From what I think me and Catherine were saying this other day, I think she's looking to buy the men's team outright as well.
Oh, wow.
I think.
I mean, obviously, I'm neutral on this because my team's women's team are basically not even remotely in with a sniff of touching the WSL. So basically, it's just nice to see something like because it does feel like the WSL is a bit boring in the sense of you look at it on a weekly basis, you look at the fixtures and go, Man City's going to beat them, Chelsea's going to beat them, Arsenal are going to beat them, and things like that. So it's nice to see someone sort of upset that apple cart to some degree. Even if I know from your perspective, you'd probably sit there and think, well, they're only buying that. It's like, well, yeah, because that's the only way you can sort of get any kind of foothold in football nowadays is money and spending it well.
Based on the signs, London City should finish higher than Chelsea. That's going to upset Gav in a minute if he sees that.
They are Millwall, though, aren't they?
Basically, technically they were the Millwall women's side, but then Kang came along because obviously Millwall going up in between the championship and League One. Pretty much sort of put full focus in the men's team, and then obviously Kang's come along and said, I'll take this off you in terms of the women's team, and I'll just they'll have no connection to you whatsoever in terms of name, and I'll
Yeah.
just rename them as London City Lionesses. So,
Okay.
and that allowed it to happen. Yeah,
No, I thought that was the case, but I didn't know if it was actually correct. So I just thought I'd ask that. I'll probably ask it again in future because I've got a memory of a fish. But
Gav says, will we get another late comeback? I doubt. Going by this, how Morocco played in this game today? No, just no.
I would say I'm tempted to become a Lion City Lioness fan, but I don't really want to touch anything associated with Millwall. I can understand why Michelle Kang wants nothing to do with Millwall either.
Hmm.
Catherine's got nothing against Chelsea. It feels weird calling her Catherine when her name's now officially Stato. I've nothing against Chelsea. It's just they've had lots of outgoings and signed McCabe. They've lost so much and aren't even linked to anyone else. I mean, when they got rid of Millie Bright, I was just, I don't know. It's almost like they had no respect for me as a football fan.
Again, I said this the other day, Gav. We don't get the fixtures until the last week of the month.
Oh, they've not put the fixtures out yet.
Not for the women's team, no.
Fair enough. Yeah, so I googled it and it's not there. So fair enough. Nah, Stato's got to go. Ginger is pressuring me with her nose to go outside. I might be back before full time. Also, it's Ginger and Guinness. I sense a theme with the cat, the dogs. Yeah, Catherine, we will sign players in our own time. No, Gav, I want you to sign players now. Now, I want them signed before your KFC arrives. Now.
Gav, we're still again 2 days since we last spoke about it, 2 days later, still no Hannah Hampton news. Not looking good, that's all I'm saying.
We only buy class players for our ladies' team, not freebies.
You literally suck. Gav, you just screwed yourself there because Katie McCabe was a freebie.
I didn't think anyone ever spent any money in women's football, player
really,
wise.
Yeah, not really. Again, the whole, it's pretty normal at the moment. Players run their contracts down and move for free and all that. As a whole, it's very rare. It is still very rare, especially the WSL, that you spend loads of money. You might spend a bit of money here and there. Like last year, obviously, the winning pound with Olivia Smith. But apart from that, it's very rare, even for Chelsea. Oh yeah, like class. Yeah, of course. But yeah, you're slagging her off after the Champions League quarter final. It's like, oh, she pulled her hair. She should have been sent off. She's a disgrace to women's football. Meh.
She really should have been sent off for that.
But my point is that all Chelsea fans are doing it, and then suddenly she's gone to them for a free. Oh no, forgive and forget, never happened. Love her, absolutely love her. Like, okay, you got Gav calling her class. Have you seen Kate McCabe? Have you watched her for the last decade? One thing she isn't at times, let's be brutally honest, is that.
So that's different. It's not different. Not different at all.
You literally do the same thing as us. Difference is we're doing it faster this year. 3 down, got another one tomorrow, and then one more after that. In terms of the ones we know about, we've known for months about, and there's going to be at least 2 or 3 more signings after that as well between now and the season starting. So we're getting our business done early to get the players in for pre-season, get them adapted, get them ready, that's round to go. You're meant to be literally replacing your outgoings of your Millie Brights and all that, Sam Kerrs. And it's like, la, la, we'll get there eventually, guys. La 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 la. You do realise again. I said this the other day. Your season starts early because you've got to qualify for Champions League. We don't. We're in it. I mean, it's pointless for Chelsea to try and qualify for Champions League. You haven't won it. You never will win it. So, kind of
Gav, if you
pointless.
don't qualify for the Women's Champions League, you're out of the family.
Imagine.
I'm only kidding. I'm only
Um,
kidding. You're not out of the family, Gav. You're not out of the family. Or
imagine.
am I kidding? Yeah, I am.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah. Don't qualify and find out if I'm kidding or not. But no.
Second that false whistle goes. Right, Gav,
Yeah.
get out of here. See you next year. Oh dear. What's the update in your food, by the way, Gav? Yeah, France are that confident with 50 minutes ago plus injury time. They've took Mbappe off for Barcola and Mateta's come on as well. Oh, my days.
That mild threat to Gav to win it reminded me of when Ross Kemp went to ITV, said, "Give me £1 million or nothing at all." And then ITV gave him £1 million to make Soldier Soldier or whatever the show was. It weren't Soldier Soldier, I've just made it up. But then Barry from EastEnders also then heard about that and then went to ITV himself and went, "Give me £1 million or nothing." To which then ITV just decided to go with nothing.
And they wonder why they have money problems.
I'm probably behind, but I've seen Barcola's entered the field, hasn't he? And Mateta. This match is largely going how I said it would on Gary's show. France comfortably winning it by 2-0. Morocco are good, but they're not. They're not France good.
Sorry. I initially saw a post from Now Arsenal, from 41 minutes ago. I read it. I thought, nah, I need to look into it, make sure this is not just a joke parody thing and all that. This is the Now Arsenal's post. Former Arsenal star Samir Nasri has been arrested for money laundering after being found out through ordering over 200 deliveries. And I thought, no, that's got to be a joke. The last bit's got to be a joke. No. Talk short have actually confirmed Samir Nasri has been taken into custody over alleged money laundering investigation. Couldn't happen to a nicer person, so to say. And I mean, when I say person, I'm being very polite because I didn't know about him.
She didn't pull anyone's hair. What are you on about? We don't talk about that, right? Says Gavin.
No, of course not. You only spent like a month talking about it in the aftermath. We
Also,
forgot.
I'm looking at a clip right now from Arsenal's Twitter where basically they've called it reunited, and it's Ben White reuniting with Ilan Melier.
Yeah. In the interview, Melier's talking about Ben White, and obviously they were both at the league together when they first came up because he was on loan from Brighton and all that. You know, you're something. Don't trust me.
I've got the first comments on the video is basically Ben White looks fuming that if he could be reunited with any Leeds player, it's Ilan Melier.
Yeah. Now, more information. Samir Nasri's been held for over 10 hours in custody over organised. It's not that's money laundering, but organised money laundering. So he's screwed. He is an idiot, an arsehole, but he's screwed. Again, I'm not surprised. From what I know about him, I'm not surprised. I'm trying to think what it was there. He went. I don't know how this happened, by the way, but he ended up going to was it last? I think it was last season during the winter period. One of our games during December, November, late November, early December. He was at the game. He was at a game basically, but he didn't go in the. He wasn't in the normal VIP sort of where ex-players and all that are normally put. Somehow he got civilian tickets and he was in the upper tier of one of the at the Emirates. And when he got he didn't think it would be noticed somehow. And when he did, he got absolutely rightly so verbally abused because he's an absolute prick. I mean, one
Who
of
are
the
you
things
talking about?
Samir Nasri. I mean, literally, here's an example. When he was an Arsenal player, guys, this is like the year before he left us. I got told this. It was during the summer, and obviously, it's a group of people that were on holiday. And it just so happened that Samir Nasri, Arsenal were out at the same area for pre-season, and that Samir Nasri and a few other players, it just happened to be in the venue that they were at. And obviously, being Arsenal fans, they wanted to go and approach that and see what it was. They approached one of the players and said, "Is that okay? We say hello, and have a photo." Nothing over the top. All the other players, yeah, no problem. No photos and all that. Samir Nasri pulled himself away from the situation and went talking to them and just basically ignored the fans, basically, to put it politely.
Outrageous.
And then when he does, it's more so like in the last few years, like he's been coming out saying, "Oh, I was forced out. I was forced out. I was forced out of Arsenal. I was forced out of Arsenal. I never wanted to leave." He's doing an Adebayor basically. Never wanted to leave. But the difference with Nasri is at the time when obviously he left us to go to City, they won the league straight away that season. Come May, this is why I've left Arsenal to win the big trophies. Da 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 da. Giving it large and all that. This is whatever at the time. Yeah, whatever, cool. Do your thing. But then don't come back years later with tail between legs, claiming the victim like, "Oh, I was pushed out." With Adebayor, we all saw him leave. We know why he left. How he conducted himself in the first game after leaving, in terms of stepping on players' heads and all that, and getting away with it, and that whole celebration and all that. And because of the aftermath, now he's retired. I never wanted to leave. I was forced out. Wenger didn't love me anymore. Piss off. Pull the other one. That would be like, from your point of view, Tom. That would be like when Alan Smith, when you got relegated in 2004. Yeah,
Yep.
2004. Alan Smith leaving. Obviously, as we all know, infamously left you guys for the rivals Man United. And then years later, because it didn't work out at Man United, years later coming out and going, "I never wanted to leave Leeds. I was forced out."
The one thing I'll give Alan Smith in his remote defence is the only team that made an offer for him was Manchester United.
No, but
Apparently,
you get what I'm saying, though. He obviously made the move. Like, okay, yeah, but the thing is, he owns it. He owned it at the time. He owns it still, far as I'm aware. He
he
hasn't.
doesn't come back to Leeds. You never see him on the road anymore because
No,
of it.
because obviously, yeah. But my point, he doesn't play the victim and go,
Yeah,
"Oh, please have me back, please. I never wanted to leave." No, he goes, "You know what? I made that choice. I could have stayed and tried to do a season
Mhm.
in the championship and try and get Leeds back straight away. I didn't. I went for this fridge and that and the other. It is what it is. It didn't work in the end for me. My career got ruined. That's on me. It doesn't come back years later to the Leeds press or whatever, Leeds fan base stuff and all that going, oh, I never wanted to leave. I was forced out. No, he owns it. Certain ex-players of Arsenal, they go years later when they're retired and they want back in within the club in some capacity. He's like, please, Arsenal fans, please forgive me. No, but I was forced out. No, he wasn't. Because even then, back then, without the social media side of things, we knew so much what was going on behind the scenes. This is in terms of Adebayor. The year prior to him leaving, he was talking for Real Madrid. He was begging Real Madrid to buy him because they didn't come in for him. He then went, "Oh balls! I've got to stay here now." After kicking up the fuss all summer to go to Real Madrid, he then because it never materialised because they never came in for him. It was like, oh, balls, I've messed up. But because of how he behaved and conducted himself, the Arsenal fans turned on him because it's like, well, you've had a good season, and then the second you've had a good season, you're now twerking for another club and wanting to get yourself out of here instead of progressing with us and helping us.
The KFC's arrived.
Yay! Told
Gav,
you.
I'm going to need you to grade it for me out of 26.
Oh, dear, imagine.
I won't steal his gimmick. It's thing Sam Greenwood invented it, the dildo scale. Grade it out of 26 dildos.
Oh, God.
You can only find the true quality of something if you grade it out of 26. Anyone can say something's 10 out of 10. But for something to get 26, it has to be truly, truly elite. Can a £31 KFC meal be truly elite? Only Gav knows for sure.
Stick around like full time to find out. This is pathetic for Morocco. I know the game we've got 2 goals, and again, even taking aside the 2 goals, the game its second half being quality wise appalling. But France took they had opportunities in the end. They took them in the second half. But Morocco, of all the hype and all that, they could be the first team to get to the semi-final of a World Cup, up back to back, get to a final potentially, and they just gone, no, we don't want to do that this year. Chips are born, so that's a good start. There you go. Are they seasoned well as well?
Fair, yeah.
Are they seasoned properly, or have they giving you plain chips?
You can always sort of tell the quality based on the state of the chip.
Hmm.
And the burger is warm, a bit eatable. I was expecting a lot worse, to be fair.
Yeah, considering how long you've had to wait for it, yeah. Oh, dear. Yeah, surely France are going to win this World Cup. I can't see. There's no one really. Tango is warm.
Tango is warm.
Did they put the cold drink with the hot food, Gav?
I think it's more just because of the heat in general.
That's what I'm asking. Is it because of the weather, or is it because they put the cold drink with the hot food?
It's probably a bit of both. I didn't look at me defending the delivery driver. It's the heat. It's the heat. 17 dildos. That's over half. That's over half. Yes. So obviously 13 is sort of the midway point based on counting. Yes.
Oh dear, sorry. So let's say 17. 6 minutes of injury time for some bizarre reason.
That has to be because of the hydration break, surely.
Yeah.
500 milliliter bottle. Man.
Oh, so basically the weather. No, we're asking: is it warm because of the weather, or is it warm because they put it in the food, or both? What we're trying to say. But
Um,
I am sort of leaning towards the weather side of things because it is. I'm literally sat here, just sitting here, and I'm literally pouring. Still, is it 25 where I am currently?
KFC don't do their drink like Mackey's. My local KFC has does it out of the tap,
I don't know, so.
but they may actually have bottles as well. To be fair, already warm.
Oh, so it's a basic. Yeah, it's a basic. They didn't put it in the either they didn't put it in the fridge. They just got it out of a pack thing, sort of thing. Or yeah, got it out of a fridge, but it's got because it's so warm in terms of weather wise. It's
Yeah,
gone like that basically. How long it had to wait to be picked up. If you've got the thing is, Gav, if you've got, I don't know how your freezer setup is and all that. If you've got any ice, just get yourself some ice in a glass or whatever before you're drinking that. So at least the drink will be more enjoyable. Nothing worse than drinking warm fizzy or warm drink in general. Than when it's meant to be cold. Or just stick the bottle, or stick the bottle. If you haven't got ice, stick the bottle in the freezer for about 10 minutes and go from there basically. Okay, I don't know about you, but I remember when I was at school back in school days and all that. We had this sort of weather that we got now, the heat wave and all that. The night before, getting a big liter and a half bottle, filling it up with either water or juice, stick it in the freezer overnight so it's frozen. So it slowly defrosts the next day in terms of when you leave. So for the first half of the day, you're literally drinking cold enough you can drink. Paying an arm and a leg basically from the school canteen to drink a small bottle of God knows what.
Mm.
Hi Gary,
Hi Gary, bye Gary.
you've not missed much to be honest. I know it's 2-0, but you ain't missed much in terms of quality of the game.
It's one of those boring 2-0s you'd ever see in your life. To be fair, Gary, it was exactly how I described it on your show. It'd be
Mm,
France would basically comfortably win and hold Morocco at arm's length. A bit like a
yeah,
bully in a school playground putting his palm on the forehead of the
yeah,
midget.
yeah, yeah. I think he did start. I was on way. I think I did see him in Salt and Heaven. I mean, again, he's a kid. Let's not get too carried away. He's a kid, done well. It's been a good World Cup for him as a whole. But let's not get as fans get carried away and go, he's young, he's raw, he's had a great World Cup. Let's spend over the odds on him, and if it doesn't work out, basically crucify him week in week out. If anything, and again, I know he's young, raw to say, and he's had a good World Cup. But
He
maybe,
lasted
just
62
maybe,
minutes, apparently.
I'm saying just maybe, all these clubs that are interested in him, suddenly, by the way, should give it another year or two. Let him find his feet where he currently is. Make sure it's not just because of the occasion itself, this, that, and the
Who's
other.
he actually play for?
I think it's Lille, and Ligon.
Fair enough.
Yes, I agree. That's why I wouldn't be quick to pay 8 mil. Yeah, and the thing is, because that's another thing. Because it's a World Cup year, and he's young, and he's had a good World Cup. The selling club will demand that sort of fee. So yeah. Whereas if you give it a year to 2 years, if he's progressing over the next 12 months plus to justify then that price, then you take that, you go in, have to talk with him. He wants to come, get the personal terms agreed, and then go towards the club and try and sort out a fee, which will probably be around that 8 mil then. Who's in play? It's Spain tomorrow, isn't it? Spain versus
Belgium.
That's the one. There you go. 4 Thomas was gone. France go through to semi-finals. Morocco bailed out. Horrendous performance from them. No attempt. I don't think they had a single shot on target. I don't think so. Anyway, absolutely horrendous from them. There you go out on a wimp. And as I say, Mbappe gets the goal to put them in the lead. Dembele kills the game off. And again, they didn't have to. As bad as the game. Again, we saw about Morocco. France weren't great, but they just again the quality of them. Even when they were in fourth gear today, was enough.
Imagine not being great and comfortably winning 2-0.
Yeah, imagine that. That'd be so good. even from a team that's I support a team that's won the league recently. Even we aren't that bloody lucky at times. Come on,
Imagine being disappointed to win 2-0.
semi-finals of a World Cup and you got neutral fans slagging your team off. But yeah, obviously congratulations to France on that side of things. They reached the semi-finals. They'll await the winners of Belgium and Spain for the semi-final. France versus England final. Well, we've got to get past Norway and then potentially Messi and Argentina in the semi-finals first before you can talk about our side of things. But I think France are there.
Messi and FIFA.
Yeah, I think France are in the final. I've been saying it from pretty much from their first game of this World Cup, how they've played in that game onwards. It's going to take a lot for them to not get in the final, and the way the draws played out from the knockouts, the only team that's realistically looked like potentially could stop them would have been Morocco going into this tie. But Morocco, no bravery whatsoever. It was just like, we'll just sit back and try and frustrate the life out of you, and then maybe have a counter attack every now and then. But when they did a counter attack, there was nothing there. It wasn't like the counter attack with pace and energy, and like they're going to try to scare the front defense. It was just like, okay, we've got the ball. We're gonna go nice and calmly up the field and hope for the best. Which Spain, as France were like, well, this is great, isn't it? Thank you very much. We go again. So yeah, it's the same. Morocco, the so-called champions of Africa, go out in a wimp, and France progress, and now they wait for Spain or Belgium, and obviously then that's tomorrow night, which we'll be covering here on the channel. And then on Saturday, we're back again with the England versus Norway game at 10 p.m. And then a few hours later, back again for the last quarter-final between Argentina and Switzerland as well. So, yeah.
Thanks for having me on, Roy.
Good
fun.
Yeah, I was going to say thanks, Tom, for coming on, keep me company, and especially if I was that game, but yeah, keep me company, having a good conversation about everything else but the game, because it's, as I say, bad, from films to food to takeaways for Gav as well. Yeah, and all you guys in the chat as well. Thank you very much again, supporting the channel and supporting the shows that we've been doing. We're near the end now. We're near the end of this tournament. But say that we're near the end. And before you know it, we've got pre-season games going on. Oh, great. I mean, what? When's the final? I'm trying to think. I'm the final now. That's not this week, and the following weekend. We're going to get, 2 weeks. Just shy of 2 weeks off. Then pre-season, from an Arsenal point, pre-season gets underway in terms of actual physical games. So that's going to be fun. At least I'll get some respite. And it's like bang, 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 and off again for the new season. So, yes, I say thanks to Tom. If you haven't already, go check out Tom's channel as well. I'll put the link in the description and all that. And what time are you going live tomorrow?
I'm going live tomorrow at 7 p.m. But obviously, I was reluctant to promote it because obviously you're also going live.
Well, I won't be like, what time? I think it's 8 o'clock tomorrow. I'm just double checking now.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock kickoff.
So yeah, I'll obviously set everything up, and obviously if you want to put your link in the chat for that tomorrow, as I say, when it's all up and all that, for your show tomorrow, at least for the first 45 minutes to an hour, obviously anyone here is interested can go over there, and then yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
But yeah, see you soon, guys. Take care of yourself. If you haven't already, hit the like button, share the content around. If you want to become a member as well, press the join button from the Missiles podcast on the things. Press the join button as well on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, you've been watching, come over to us as well on YouTube. Do as I say, to like, to share, to subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a member as well.
Cheers, Gav.
So press the join button. You've got two options, nice and cheap, nothing over the top. And this is the link to Tom's channel, which, as I say, will be going live at 7 o'clock tomorrow. And which throwback watchalong are you doing this week?
We'll be doing the WCW Fall Brawl War Games from 1994. It was good fun. So much nonsense. We're about 10 weeks away from them having a wrestling match on the back of a lorry. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. I guarantee it happens. It's true.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either.
And the lorry is moving. They actually had a helicopter film it from above. Just absolute nonsense. I'm so glad they did.
Yes. Tell me something that screams 90s without saying it screams 90s.
So radical, dude.
Oh, dear. And on that note, we're going to get ourselves out of here. Thanks again. See you later, guys. And as always, come on, England.